Hey, welcome to the channel. It's Cozy Christopher, and today we're looking at the brand new Redragon King 4K Pro ultra lightweight gaming mouse. Now this is 49 grams and has a 4K polling rate, and this thing retails for under $45. So we're gonna take a look at this and see if it stacks up to the other mice on the market in this 4K level. Thank you to Redragon for sending this out. As always, you're gonna get an honest, transparent, consumer-friendly review. So let's jump into it. There's a lot to do, a lot to talk about with this mouse. The mouse is industry standard and better right now with the specs it has. It's tri-mode connectivity, Bluetooth, USB-C wired, and the 2.4G 4K dongle. It has their new flagship Nordic chip powering the mouse, advertised as their fastest moving, lowest power consumption option. The highly recognizable PixArt PAW3395 sensor with up to 26,000 DPI. It comes with 5 stock DPI settings that can be customized in the software. We'll cover that in a minute. There are 2 details I need to confirm with them. This could be typos, as there are 2 versions of this mouse. One of them, the 1K version, and this one, the 4K version. Now, this lists itself on the website as 80 million clicks capable, but 20 million clicks on the packaging. Also, the website lists itself with a 400 milliamp battery, while the label states 300 milliamps. I'll get back to you all in the community tab for my subscribers when I know more about this. It is definitely close to 49 grams, tipping my scale at 50.5 grams, which is very interesting because I have a higher price mouse that does not hit what it's supposed to, while this one does. Because of the shape of the mouse, you can pretty much hold this ambidextrous, and so this is my left hand going on the mouse there, and you can see the fit or the shape there on my palm. It's really comfortable fitting mouse. Now I don't have the biggest hand. I can hold this mouse with my whole hand, and you can see the fit there. It's pretty much even and ambidextrous. You can see that there's no real movement at all in that right key or the right switch there, left switch. Faint movement there, but this is like negligible, and I'm really like forcing on those edges there. This is pretty solid mouse. There's nothing weird or riggedy or anything like that in the scroll wheel at all. The body of the mouse is really nice. It has this stain or skin. It says it's called skin friendly. They say it on the box. It's skin friendly finish, ultra lightweight for both right and left handed. And it is pretty consistent as far as like the shape here. The hump of the mouse, as you can see, I mean, it's pretty, it's kind of going towards that back as far as the slope, but it's not an aggressive hump at all. It's kind of gradual. And then it kind of humps over for where the palm sits. If you look at the switches in the front there, they're a good level. They're pretty low, but they're not super low like the Xtrify 8 or anything they made, I think it was called, anything like that. So it is interesting as far as the USB-C on this. The USB-C does have like a cutout there, and so you should be able to use most USB-C cables, but if you have any big hump to the front or anything like that, you're not going to be able to use it. But it's a decent cutout. It's not too deep in there, but just call that out. If you have certain cables that you want to use, you may not be able to use those with that. But these switches are pretty even. You can see in the front there, they're pretty even. There's no like one's lower than the other. So this is a well-built mouse. I mean, the shape, the skin oil resistance is really nice. You got your front and back, forward and backward button there. Those are solid. You don't see any move or any give or anything like that. No give really. There's maybe something towards the back of this rear button, but nothing noticeable at all. This is, I mean, even if you look at the seams of this mouse, they're even. This is really well built. This is a really well built mouse. The M916 Pro software is a pretty complete solution. I mean, it's pretty basic, right? You can program your 5 buttons, change the debounce time, Over here, you can set your DPI levels, and I've already set mine. And these, I mean, they come stock with their own settings there, but I mean, I just changed these 1600 is pretty much what I'm going to use it as. Right here, the polling rate, you can change it from 125 hertz. I don't know why that's even an option. 1,000 to 4,000. And then you have your sensor setting. You can change the, setting basis, the corded versus wireless, liftoff, peak performance is like I don't even know what that one is. It says the sensor LED is highlighted in sensors at maximum performance mode. It has the Nordic sensor. It's their new flagship sensor, or CPU on the inside of it. The 1 minute, this is the timeout, like how long before the mouse times out when you're not using it. Ripple control, angle snapping, motion sync, flicker, DPI settings, speed and brightness. You can set your macros right here, and then you have your general settings there for your mouse. I played multiple titles to test out this in gaming. I've played first-person shooters, RPG, strategy, survival games, even tried out the new Pal World to see what all the fuss is about. And overall, I really like this mouse. It's responsive, it's accurate, extremely lightweight, well-built, and even after hours of gameplay, the skin-friendly coating held up, and it did not have oil stains on the mouse, which is good for me because I'm sensory sensitive, and so seeing stains on a mouse is not a good time for me. That's why I prefer white peripherals. Now, this mouse, by all purposes, works really well, but there may be one seriously major deal breaker for you. This mouse does not hit a 4,000 polling rate. In fact, in my testing, it averaged in the high 1800s and peaked around 2500 hertz. Beyond that, the mouse is really accurate. I consider myself an above average gamer when it comes to FPS, but not a great player, but I can hold my own. And I consistently was able to test or muster scores in the 90% or above in my test for accuracy. So polling rate aside, this is a really great mouse. Now, especially for $45 or less. And so I'll give my personal opinion on this. It's not a deal breaker for me because it's a $45 mouse, right? And it is weird that they advertise it as 4K and I didn't get anything over 2500. Now, with that being said, I think for 90% of us gamers, that's not a big deal or a deal breaker because we're not that damn good. If we were that good, we wouldn't be buying a $45 gaming mouse, right? And you may be that good, but again, budget and things like that, it's expectations versus cost versus return on investment, all of those particular things. And I can digress on that. Maybe this is something we talk about in the podcast upcoming. But $45, like, there's a lot of mouse here for $45. And so it is very weird that they advertise it as 4K and it's not getting that. And it could just be this sample. So, I'll reach out, share my feedback that I was not able to get 4K on that and see what they say. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Is this a deal breaker for you? What are your thoughts on that? Just let me know. Put it in the comment section below. Let's have a discussion on that. But as I said, $45. If I wanted to guarantee 4K rate, I would pay $160 for the one that is most likely going to be 4K. But I just don't think it actually is a deal breaker for us. I think beyond 2000, it is a diminishing return. I don't even think we can tell beyond that. So I don't know. This is a very interesting thing, but I still can suggest this for $45 because of it. Everything else is right. Everything else works. Everything else is great. It's lightweight. It looks good. Even the skin-friendly oil resistance is there. You can see just a little bit there on that right stick there. But even that's after heavy use. And so it's an impressive mouse for $45. So let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed today's content, consider joining the Cozy Coalition and hitting the subscribe button below. And as always, stay cozy in that crazy world. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.